This is the new mining tool of choice. This is Thor the Hammer. Cobblestone, you have met your match. Hiya! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Attack of the Bteam. So, my minions, do you know why I've gathered you here today? No, Master, tell us. Well, I'm glad you asked, because what we're going to do today is we are going to build our Tinker's Construct area and make some awesome modular tools and weapons to begin our mission for world conquest. So, whenever you first start a world that has Tinker's Construct installed, you will always spawn with this item, which is a book called Materials and You Volume 1. Are you following me, minions? I hope you're paying attention, because if you're not paying attention, I'm going to hit you. In Materials and You Volume 1, it goes over some of the basic recipes in Tinker's Construct, including the blank pattern and stencil table, part crafter, pattern chest, and tool station, which I'm going to make for you now and explain their uses. Still paying attention? Minions! Yes, Master! Yes! Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure you're still paying attention. So, I'm going to grab out all of these pieces here and go make that stuff for you right now. So, the first and most vital thing in Tinker's Construct is the blank pattern. And a blank pattern is crafted as such, with 2 of any type of wood and 2 sticks. You'll make your blank patterns just like that. And the next thing that you want to make is a stencil table, which you can then put your blank patterns into to turn them into parts of tools that you want to create. And I'll get into that in just a moment, after I make you a tool station, a pattern chest, and the part builder. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, I don't really like the way that these look, honestly. I'm not very pleased with the aesthetics of these pieces of my castle here. So I'm going to put them into the inventory grid, the crafting grid here, and I'm going to cut off the legs on all of them. Make them look a little bit better in my opinion. And then I'm going to place them all down, show you what they do, and teach you all about this. Over here goes the stencil table, the pattern chest, the part builder, and the tool station. Are you following me, minions? I really hope you're listening. So, all of these pieces together are what you will call the tool workshop. And this is where you'll make all of your cool custom tools and stuff. And whenever you make any piece of this tool workshop, you will get the second edition, or the second volume, I mean to say, of Materials and You. And in this edition, it'll go through and tell you about all the different tools that you can make, what they do, and all of the materials that they can be made of as well, and what those materials' characteristics are. And it will also show you these modifiers that you can add onto your tools to give them that extra custom touch and customize them to your liking, the way that you want to do things. So, just for example purposes, I'm going to come over here to the stencil table and put in my blank patterns. And the first thing that I want is a tool rod pattern. I'm going to make a sword. Yeah. So I want a tool rod pattern, a sword blade pattern, and, let's go with a crossbar pattern. And I'm going to put these in the pattern chest next to it. And since the pattern chest is next to the part builder, whenever I open up the part builder, it's going to be in a convenient little side inventory off to the side here. Now what I want to do is take my patterns, put them into the part builder, and start making my tools out of these patterns. So I'm going to make a tool rod out of bone. I'm going to make a crossbar out of flint and a sword blade out of stone. There we go. And you'll see that the crossbar has a material cost of 0.5, which is only half of a material. Whereas the sword blade pattern has a material cost of 1. This is also 0.5, which means half of a material, which is why it left me a bone meal here, which is half of a bone material. And the other one left me a flint shard, which is half of a flint. So if I put this back in here, I can make another flint crossbar. I don't want to do that right now. I've got my pieces that I want for this tool. So I'm going to come over here to the tool station. I'm going to click onto the rapier. And I'm going to put in my pieces here. My bone tool rod, my flint crossbar, and my stone sword blade. And here is my rapier, which, by the way, carries over the material characteristic of stone, which is stone-bound. And I can also, conveniently enough, give it a name. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to name my sword Fred. And the reason I'm naming my sword Fred is because I made it out of flint and stone. Get it? Fred Flintstone? That's funny, damn it! So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you what Fred can do. Fred is a rapier, which means that it is a stabbing weapon. And it also has a right-click ability that allows you to take a small hop backwards whenever you're engaging in fight to retreat. So it's a great fencing weapon, and it's good for close-range combat. So with that quick example out of the way, the next thing that I need to do is upgrade my tool station into a tool forge, because the tool station is very limited in the types of tools that it can manufacture. So I'm going to have to upgrade to the tool forge. And if I look in materials and U here, I'm going to need something like this to upgrade my tool station to a tool forge. This is seared bricks, which you make like this. First, you have to take sand, gravel, and clay and turn it into grout, and then you have to cook it in a furnace. So, I've got some sand, gravel, and clay over here. And I'm going to make a couple stacks worth of this stuff to put in my furnaces. Gravel, there we go. So, I've made 4 stacks worth of grout. But you don't want to wait around for that, so here's some that I have prepared earlier. I'm going to go ahead and grab out all of my seared bricks here, put in my grout to make some more, and yes, you may notice that I am making quite a lot of this, and you will see why in just a moment. But first, my minions, I am going to create myself a crafting station for inside of my Tinker's Construct area. So I'm going to make a regular crafting table and put it back in the crafting grid to make a crafting station. And then I'm going to take it and put it back in the crafting grid once again to take the legs off of it. And put it right here in the corner, where it's nice and easy to access. Are you watching? Good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my seared brick and make a whole bunch of this seared bricks block. There we go, 48. That's pretty good for now. Now I'm going to run over here and pick up my tool station. Come back over here, put my tool station right in the middle, put my seared bricks along the top, and surround it with some iron blocks. And I'm going to turn it into a tool forge, which you will see has already conveniently had the legs removed for me because I do not want them. What are you doing looking at the corner? So with the tool forge now in working order, you'll see that my selection for tools is very broad here. There's a lot of different things that I can make, and I am going for the following. I want a long sword, which is an offensive weapon, and it's got a lunging special attack, so that's very good. But I also want to make a pickaxe out of a material called alumite. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to build myself a forgery, which is what this little place over here is 4. So I'm going to start off by putting some seared bricks on the ground just like this. And I'm going to fill in the back like that. And then I'm going to show you the other blocks that I need to make it. So I'm going to open up this book. Are you guys even paying attention to me? Sometimes I feel like you just do whatever I say. So what I'm going to need in order to make the Smeltery structure work is a Smeltery controller, a seared tank, and then any combination of 10 of seared bricks, seared tanks, or drains, and 6 of those are going to be drains. I'm going to want a faucet, although I want 1 for each drain, so I'm going to want 6 faucets. And then I'm going to want 3 of these casting tables and 3 casting basins. Like so. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of that right now. Minions, help! Minions, what are you doing? Why didn't you follow me? Minions! Minions! So I'm going to go ahead and put the Smeltery controller down right here. Put the seared glass tank next to it. And put down a seared bricks right on this side. Then I'm going to put down a Smeltery drain. 3 of each on either side here. And you will see that suddenly the Smeltery comes to life because now it's ready to go. You can build the Smeltery in a pattern like this as tall as you would like. So I'm going to make it a little bit taller here by going around it with some more bricks. And for every layer that you add to this, you'll see that down there is a 3x3 space, which is 9 blocks. And a 1-level Smeltery, the size of whenever it first sprang into existence there, would be able to do 9 ores. This one, on the other hand, is able to do 24 different blocks at once. And I'm going to show you exactly how that works right now. I'm going to grab out 18 gold ore. I'm going to come over and put them in here. But it's not ready to go yet because it is powered with lava. So I'm going to grab some lava buckets, put them right here in the seared glass. And you'll see now, you can see my gold blocks on the inside. And they're getting all cooked up. And while that's going on, I'm going to put down these seared faucets over here. The next thing I want to do is put a place for this to pour into. So I'm going to take my seared bricks over here. I'm going to make 3 of these casting tables. And I'm going to move this to the other side and make 3 of these casting basins. Perfect. And over on this side, I'm going to put my casting tables down. Just like this. And over on this side, I'm going to put my casting basins down, just like this. So, minions, if I come over here and I look at my Smeltery controller, you'll see that the 18 gold ores that I placed in here have all smelted, and now there are 36 ingots worth of molten gold in here. Is anybody in this class of minions good at maths? Can you tell me what the efficiency rate is of this from ores to ingots? Is that 2, Master? Yes, absolutely, Minion. You're right. Here's your reward. So the next feature that I'm going to show you is what you can use these casting basins for. I'm just going to right-click on this seared faucet, and it is going to start pouring molten gold into the casting basin, just like this. And it's going to use up 9 ingots worth of molten gold and make me a block of gold in just a moment after it cools. And I'm going to put this over in the corner to signify this monumental achievement. Give me a high five, minions. So, class, the next thing I want you to do is open up your Mighty Smelting book once again, and we're going to look at alloys. Alloys are made when 2 or more metals are mixed in precise proportions. And the alloys that you can make are as follows. You can make bronze out of copper and tin, aluminum brass out of aluminum and copper, manulin, which is currently the strongest material known to man, out of cobalt and ardite. You can make alumite from aluminum, iron, and obsidian. And you can also make pig iron from iron, blood, and emeralds. And I've heard that pig iron is tasty. But what I want is alumite, and I'm going to tell you why. If I come over here and look at Materials and You Volume 2, and I go through the Materials section, and I go to alumite, you will see that alumite has a mining level of 4, which means that I am allowed to mine up to cobalt with it. Cobalt and ardite are new ores that are added by this mod that appear only in the Nether, and so I want to make myself a pickaxe that I can use to go and find some of those ores. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to go with half of this. Perfect. Just like that. And while that is cooking, I'm going to show you what the casting tables are used for. So I'm going to grab some garbage material over here. Let's just say flint. I'm going to come over here to my part builder. Well, I guess I'm going to go to my pattern chest first and make myself a pickaxe head and also a tool binding, because that is what I will need in order to make myself... Hang on, wrong book. That is what I will need in order to make myself a pickaxe. Pickaxe head, tool rod, tool binding. So, now that I've made the necessary parts, I'm going to come over to my part builder, and I'm going to make a tool rod out of flint. I'm going to make a tool binding out of flint, and I'm going to make a pickaxe head out of flint as well. Just making sure that you're paying attention. So, I'm going to come over here now and put these individual parts into the casting tables. Alright? And since I've still got molten gold in here, I'm going to come over to my smeltery, click on the molten gold to put it at the bottom. And I've got 27 ingots worth, which is just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pour molten gold over each of these to make casts. So now I've got a tool rod cast, a pickaxe head cast, and a tool binding cast. And I can take these out and throw them away for never to be used again purposes. Nyah, nyah, nyah. Okay. So now that I have made casts of these different parts, I can go ahead and, let's see, I'm going to pour some alumite into the pickaxe head cast here, and I'm going to get myself a nice pretty pink pickaxe head. Just because I want to, I'm going to go ahead and make the entire tool out of alumite. So now that I've got all the parts of my tool, I'm going to go ahead and come over here into my tool forge. I know it's terrible that I made the entire thing out of alumite, but you'll see why. I'm going to name this pickaxe Pinky. And you'll see that alumite as a material, if I open up Materials and You, also has the reinforced material trait. It's got a reinforced level of 2, which means that for every time that I mine a block with Pinky here, I'm going to have a 20% chance of not using up any of the durability. That's cool and all, but that's not all I want to do with this tool. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put Pinky right back into the tool forge, and I'm going to put a diamond on Pinky. Yes, Pinky in the sky with diamonds, everybody. Okay, so I'm about sick and tired of having no participation from you lot, so now you're going to carry me about as I do my things. Carry me over here. Thank you. Now that's what I call respect. So I'm going to come in here. Nope. Wrong thing. Can I reach that? I don't care. I don't want to reach that. Take me over there. So, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to show you the ball of moss, which you make out of mossy stone cobalt just like this. I'm gonna make a bunch of these. And the ball of moss adds a really cool feature, which is, if I add a ball of moss on here, it is now auto-repairing, which means that over time it will automatically repair itself, and it will also do so faster if it's in the sunlight because it's powered by moss, and that makes sense. Tell me it makes sense. It makes sense! So the next thing that I want to add to my pickaxe pinky here. Come on. A little further, please. Come on. Go over there. What the hell is wrong with you? Ah! Okay. Can I reach that? No. Oh, you lazy suckers. So, the next thing that I want to add on is some redstone. So I'm gonna grab some blocks of redstone here and some redstone dust. Pick me up. And take me over there. So, minions, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some redstone to this here. And if I just take some blocks of redstone just like this, you'll see it adds redstone on over here, and redstone adds haste. So my mining speed is up to 12 with this pickaxe. So, minions, now that I have my pickaxe fully up... What are you doing staring at the wall? Hello? What happened? So, now that I have upgraded my pickaxe fully, I'm going to go ahead and go exploring in the nether. Oh, do I have flint on me? Oh, yeah, cool. How convenient. No, the other way around. All right. So, I have built a nether portal down here in the Hall of Minions. Which, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and come over here. I'm going to give old Fred Flintstone to Ben over here. That looks derpy, but that's okay. And I'm also going to, before I go into the nether, show you the latest addition to my Hall of Minions. This is a guy who goes by the name of GFunk609, and he's pretty funky. G, if you get what I'm saying, that's just a play on his name. Please don't blame me for saying that. And his face kind of derped out a little bit when I was building the statue, so I'm going to give him a diamond helmet. Yeah. He's got a bow and arrow here. He kind of looks like he's trying to shoot something. But, yeah, he commented on my video, and he shared it out, and you could be in the Hall of Minions as well if you subscribe, become a minion, and share my video, and let me know in the comment section below what your Minecraft username is. So I'm going to come over here. This is the first time that I have been in this nether portal. I really hope that I'm not going to regret going in here like this. Live on the camera. Ah, there we go. Hey, look! Ah, sweet! So there's some cobalt ore right there. And cobalt is the first of the 2 nether ores that exist in the nether only here. And, oh my. It's a little fiery around here. I'm not really sure what's chunk errors and what's not loaded, and because it looks a little... Hey, there's some ardite! Sweet! Usually it would take me a lot longer to find stuff like that. So now I have some ardite and some cobalt. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more while I'm here, as well as some nether quartz and some glowstone dust, and I will see you in just a minute. Alright, so I am back from a successful excursion out to the nether, and I have come back with a couple of resources to put in my smeltery here. So I'm gonna put in some ardite and some cobalt, a large plate, hammerhead, and tough rod for the hammer, and the alumite has gone, or the manulin has gone to the bottom now. So gold to the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and make all this stuff, and I'm gonna come over here and make my longsword, because I want to actually make the wide guard out of cactus, and you'll see why in just a moment. So, this is my broadsword. I'm going to call my broadsword the Brain. And you'll see that it has the jagged material trait, which means that as it gets lower in durability, it will deal more damage. See, check it out. I've got Pinky and the brain. Wow! Okay, minions. It's time to do a little bit of garbage disposal, so take me over here. Perfect, perfect. Nya, 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 nya. Close enough.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the brain out for test spin real quick. Ah, 2-hit KO on zombies. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's actually, that's pretty significant. Let's come over here and kill some creepers. Hey, creepers, what's up? Yeah! 2-hit KO on creepers, too! Die! Haha! Sweet! Bam. So I'm going to name my hammer Thor. And I'm gonna go show you what a hammer does. I'm gonna pull out Thor, the mighty hammer. And I'm just gonna start banging away at everything. Ah, beautiful. Hang on. Hang on. Hello, guys. Oh, God, the derpy one fell. So, guys, I'm going to show you what I have assembled you here for today. And this is the new mining tool of choice. This is Thor the Hammer. Cobblestone, you have met your match. Hiya! Ha ha ha, digging. You guys don't seem very excited. All right. So the final thing that I'm making today is an excavator, and I've made all of my parts for the excavator. I made a slime tough rod. I've made a paper tough binding. I've made another obsidian large plate, and my excavator head is made of iron. And I'm gonna go ahead and call this the Terrainifier. Yeah. Sweet. And that does pretty much the same thing as the hammer, but on dirt. So, minions, now you see what the purpose of all of this was. I have myself the Terrainifier. I've got Thor, the mighty hammer. And I've got Pinky and the brain, my pickaxe and my sword. And I am ready to commence with, drum roll please, a little bit of redecoration. So on my next episode, I'm going to be looking into some of Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, and I will also be removing this and replacing it with something and building in a roof and turning this into the inside of a castle, because I think that's much cooler than having this whatever I have here with these torches and stuff, and it's kind of ugly and I'm really not a fan of it anymore. So, on the next episode, we will be building like crazy and loving it. Right, minions? If you want to see yourself here in the Hall of Minions with me and my minions, and you'd like to be a part of this epic masterpiece, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. Make sure that you're subscribed, because you can't be a minion if you're not subscribed to me. And let me know in the comment section what your Minecraft username is, and I will pick one person who comments on this video, their Minecraft username, and I will make them the next addition to my Hall of Minions. Until next time, everybody. Master? Yes? Can I have a hug? Oh, I tooted. I got so mad I tooted.